Alrighty, what's up everybody? It is I, your Tribal God of Extreme, Peter Joseph here, for a Thursday night video. And it's Thursday night, you know what that means. We got TNA Impact Wrestling and Ring of Honor coming your way in a little bit. Should be some good shows. So, enjoy that on TNA Plus and on Honor Club if you have that. If you don't, you suck. Well, if you have Access TV, you can watch that. If you don't, well, you suck too. Sometimes it's on YouTube, but, you know, it's rare, but it is what it is. So enjoy the shows tonight. We'll talk about it probably tomorrow or Saturday. But we'll see what happens with that. But thank you all for watching on this Thursday night on the main channel. It's going to be not on the main channel. Not on the main channel. It is on the Peter Joseph YouTube Wrestling channel. YouTube.com/Peter Joseph. Thank you for watching once again. Make sure you like the video. Hit that subscribe button down below in my pants, otherwise known as the description mark below. We are 7 away from 900 subscribers. Hopefully we'll get there by the end of the month, or at least we'll definitely get there before Halloween. I mean, Halloween's like a month away, so by the time Halloween comes, we'll be hopefully over 900 and beyond that. But thank you for subscribing. Keep subscribing, tell your friends about the video, share this video with your friends, and all over the internet. Leave a comment on this video or any one of my videos from the past, the present, and the future, Conan. So do it now. Don't leave stupid comments. You'll get blocked, sent to the Shadow Realm where Satan and Ozzy will eat your fucking soul. They'll do it. Trust me, they will. And that's pretty much it. And follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Share the video all over the internet, like I said before. And don't forget to tap that bell. Turn on all notifications so you don't miss anything. Because if you do, well, you're SOL. You know what that means. And if you don't know, look it up. And that's that. And for our first-time viewers, if you're here for the very first time, well, welcome to the party, pal. You like wrestling, you like anything, really. You came to the right place. Come on in, the water's fine. We don't bite yet. But come on in, the water's fine. Put your feet down. Well, sit down, put your feet up. Grab yourself a nice, tasty, cold one. And as we say in the business, welcome to the party, pal. We hope you enjoy the ride. And sit back, relax, enjoy the show. If you like it, great. You don't, well, get out of here. And go fuck yourself. That's pretty much it. Alright. Like I said before, it is Thursday night, September the 25th, 2025. We got 5. Resident Evil 5. 5 days away from the end of September. And we'll start October this Wednesday night. This Wednesday, as we begin the witching month of October. And like I said before, it is a month away from Halloween. So about 4 weeks away from tomorrow is Halloween. Sucks it's on a weekend, but, you know, it is what it is. So, that's that. So, getting ready for Halloween. Pretty soon it will be Thanksgiving and Black Friday. The holiday season will be here. Santa Claus will be here too. And, don't forget, the greatest month in the world with the greatest people to celebrate birthdays is coming up. And that's December. You don't know who celebrates birthdays in December. Ozzy's birthday's coming up. That's going to be a really sad day, as he will turn 77. My birthday's coming up, level 49, and a couple other people's birthdays are in December as well. So, that's why we call it the greatest month in the world, the greatest people in the world. And the greatest day in the world is, you know, no, not New Year's Eve, but, you know, but it is what it is. So we got 3 months to go, a little over 90 somewhat days and change, around 10, 11 weeks away till Christmas. So, count that about 70 to 80 something days before Christmas. So, 80, 85, somewhere around that area. So, get ready, ladies and gentlemen. Start thinking about those Christmas plans and those New Year's Eve plans. Because before you know it, before you blink, it'll be 2026. So, get it done. And that's it. Alright, it's Thursday night. You know, like I said, you know what that means. We've got TNA coming up in a little bit. But before we even get to all that, it is time, right here on the Peter Joseph channel. Thank you for watching. I'm Peter Joseph, but you knew that already. I am a content creator to talk about the wonderful world of professional wrestling or whatever the fuck I want to talk about. If you like it, great, get out of here. Alright, on this Thursday night, it is time. Right now. Now. Everything I'm talking about now is happening right now. What happened to them, Peter? Well, you missed it. Fucker. We get that. Alright, on this Thursday night, it is time for your late and out-of-date AEW Dynamite! Yes! Review! For last night, September the 24th, 2025, the aftermath of All Out Toronto. Well, we're not in Toronto. We are emanating from the Peterson Event Center. Norm Peterson? No, not Norm Peterson. Norm! From Cheers, Norm Peterson. Not his place. But the Peterson Event Center in Schittsburg, Pennsylvania. And no, we did not see Britt Baker, baby. Or even a certain guy named Adam Cole, baby, who lives in Pennsylvania as well. Not in the same area, but he lives in Pennsylvania. Allegedly. And also the hometown of Kirk Angel, but we didn't see him. Obviously. Alright. So it's like I said, this is the aftermath show from All Out, which was a great show. Chris Cakelander, the new AEW Women's Champion. Hangman Adam Page did some cowboy shit and retained the world title in a 38-minute long as fuck match with Kyle Fletcher, who's still the TNT champion. Bro Dito still, I don't know how, but they're still the tag team champions, beating the Bucks, Hichiso and Josh Alexander of the Don Callis family, and Jet Speed to retain those titles. Mercedes Moné still, yes, our TBS champion, as she beat Riho. And whole lot more stuff happened on the show. So if you didn't see All Out, go watch it on the replay. Or go watch my review back about a video or so ago. A few videos ago, actually. Alright, so let's get into it. Let's not waste any time. As always, our commentary team, the man behind the mask, Excalibur, well, still believing, the biggest Met fan I know, that's Taz with Hook Brother, as Mets are finishing up their series in Chicago, Illinois tonight against the Cubbies. Mets have they had a slim one-game lead, but the Reds won today. Those pesky Reds, god damn it! They beat the Pirates 2-1 today, so they're a half game back. The Mets lose. Well, they're in a tie, but Cincinnati, by a tiebreaker, will regain the wild card with 3 to play this weekend. But thankfully, the Reds get the Milwaukee Brewers this weekend, and hopefully the Brewers do us a solid. Knock them out. Mets got to do their share of business, taking care of the Marlins, which ain't going to be easy. So, pretty much going to be a dogfight this weekend. And whoever comes out of it by Saturday probably will win the sixth wild card spot. Well, the third wild card spot for the 6th seed. And they will face the Dodgers, who won the NL West. Thankfully, they beat the Diamondbacks today. So, bye-bye, so long, farewell to you. Pretty much, well, Diamondbacks are still 1 game back. So, but they got a series against San Diego this weekend, and I don't like their chances. But never know in the wacky world of baseball. And that's pretty much it for that. And we move on. Alright. Just fire up the app for a second. Oh, Mets have just scored 1-0. Oh yeah! Oh yeah, man! As Imanaga for the Cubs gave up a run. I wonder to who. If it's not Mr. Lindor, then. Oh, it's not Lindor. Okay. Big Pete Alonso with a double, just to make it 1st and 3rd as Frankie Lindor walked. And then there's Vientos popped out the short to Darby Swanson in foul territory. And somehow, some way, I guess it must have been a deep fly ball down the left field line, not in time. As Frankie Lindor scored, Cubs challenged it, lost the challenge, so they can't use the challenge at all for the rest of the game. Sucks for them. And Pete Alonso went to third base on that. Because he was on first, then the throw home, went to second, and then he went to third somehow. And then got another run in as Vianto's made the second out. Nimmo is up, and he singled in Alonso to make it 2-0. Why do we have a manager's challenge? Okay, I had to restart the app. You're ready? Alright, so Brandon Nimmo singled on a line drive to right field, and it is 2-0 Mets early in the game. So, let's go Mets! So, hopefully the Mets can win this game. We got Nolan McLean on the mound. Got a pretty good start last time, I believe. And, see what happens with that. Mets need a big win tonight. But they're facing Sandy Alcantara and the Marlins tomorrow, but Brandon Sprout's pitching tomorrow night in Miami. That game is on Channel 11. Don't know who's pitching Saturday or Sunday yet, so it all depends on what happens pretty much tomorrow to see what might happen. The Mets win tomorrow, win tonight, they win tomorrow, and the Reds lose tomorrow, making it at 2 games. Mets have to win Saturday or Sunday. Because the Reds win on Saturday, Mets lose, that 2 game, take it back. The Reds lose tomorrow, the Mets win tomorrow, it'll be 2 games. Then the Reds have to basically win the next 2 games and hope the Mets lose the next 2 games, which could happen. The Reds will win the wild card by default, and the Mets will be going home. So, gonna be an interesting game tonight and this weekend in Florida and Milwaukee, which means the good land. And also, don't forget about Arizona. They're still in it. Barely, but we get that. But 2-0 Mets, early first inning, and we'll see what happens rest of the game. We move on with that. But Mets, like I said, need a big win tonight to keep it at 1, and then hopefully take 2 or 3 for the Marlins, and hopefully the Brew Crew can sweep the Reds and do us a solid at least, but that's asking way too much. That's asking way too much for the Mets to win 2 or 3, or sweep. Miami's looking to just, put another dent in the Mets playoff hopes like they've done for years. Especially in 07. But I digress on that. Moving on. Alright, let's get into Dynamite. So we start off Dynamite. This is going to be an abbreviated DOTS review. So we start off with, and also we had, Brian Danielson, Frankelson, commentators on commentary as well. Yes! Let me get that. Alright, so we started with the Hangman, Adam Page. Well, not doing some cowboy shit yet, but he praises Kyle Fletcher for his efforts at All Out. Warns him not to waste his chance. But as for now, he's going to be defending the belt against the Ring of Honor Pure Champion, Lee Moriarty, who better be ready. Okay? We got that. But that's later. Alright, so I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. And then we get to our first match tonight for those AEW Tag Team titles. So we got Bandito, and the big man, Brody King, taking on the Gates of Agony. That's Bishop Quan, Quan, and Toa Leona with Rick O'Shit on commentary. Pretty good match. Nice little sequence in the middle of the match where Bandito comes in and starts gyrating his hips. Like, what the fuck? Okay. And then Toa Leona misses a charge in the corner, and then Bandito gorilla presses him. What? Showing a lot of strength there, Bandito, you 220-pound bag of whatever. Soaking wet 220. Got him for a near fall. But we're getting near the end of the match. And, go to the outside. Brody King takes Toa Leona outside for a crossbody against a barricade. Ow, which the camera missed. Oh, dude. Fire that guy. We do see Toa Leona throwing Brody King over the barricade. Bandito then misses a frog splash. You're not Eddie. That's right, he's not Eddie. He's not me, ese pero. I know, Bandito is Mexican like you, but, you know, you're better than him. Of course I'm better than him. What are you talking about, ese pero? I'm sorry, Eddie. You're the greatest Mexican luchador ever, next to your son, of course. Well, my son? I can't say anything bad about my son. He's a puta my noise, ese pero. Mega champion, ese pero. Future Hall of Famer, Eddie. Oh, he's gonna be a Hall of Famer just like his dad. That's me. I'm his poppy. Okay, calm down. Would you like something good? You like some, No, I got some sangria. Okay. You don't want no Pepsi and Henny? You got some, I got some Henny in the bar over there if you want it. Nah, I drink the sangria. I don't drink that hard stuff. Okay, I'll save it for Mike. What? Go to the bar. Go have some Henny. It's on me, okay? Oh, thank you. Bye. Okay, get out of here. Fuckers. Tell you the craziness on my show. Just not as crazy as me. Don't chew me in this series. Yeah. Okay, Randy, now, please. Hi, Liz. Hi, Missy Joseph. That's a nice shirt you have. It's just a shirt. You like those hoodoos? Oh, yeah. You think? Shh, get out of here. And yes, I do love hooters. And the food, too. Alright. So, Bandito misses a frog splash. Ricochet then tries to bring in a chair. Referee saw it, like, no. And then Ricochet's like, the ref is like, you are out! You're out of here. So then, Ricochet leaves in a huff. Bishop, what? Drops Bandito with a clothesline, and then, they open the gates. I thought they were about to win the tag team belts, but thankfully, Brody King came in and made the save at 2. And then Brody dives on the toe of Leona, leaving Bandito to hit the 21 plex on Bishop Kwan. 1, 2, 3 in just under 15 minutes. Bandito get the win to retain the tag team titles in a pretty decent match. Who's going to beat him? I have no clue. Probably FTR at this point. I don't know. We move on. Alright, then we go to the back with Alicia. Still mad at MJF for not taking her on her honeymoon. I smell divorce. Anyway, the conglomeration are there. We have the funky chicken Mark Briscoe, reach for the Skyboy, Jay Briscoe. He's there with the Paragon, Daddy, and Kyle O'Reilly, Auto Parts, Hologram, and the Resident Fun Girl, Willow Nightingale. Oh, she's a ball of fun. Anyway. So, they're ready to take out the Don Callis family in a six-man tag team match coming up later. And with their surprise mystery partner. Speaking of mystery, the word of the day is mystery. But aren't you glad they have so many options to pick from? Like we didn't know it was Orange Cassidy. And then you will not be able to squeeze this juicy information out of them. Oh, come on, Mark, it was so obvious. The future is so bright that they gotta put on their shades. Nice song, by the way. I forgot who sings that. But anyway. So they leave, and then Kyle O'Reilly calls Alicia to Jane. Because that's Orange Cassidy's theme song, Jane. Asks where his mind is, and then whistles as he leaves. If it's not Orange Cassidy, who could it be? Some guy that wears shades? Not me. Anyway. Alright. After that, we see Dark Hologram's video play. Wonder if he's going to be there. Obviously not. Look at that. Alright, then we go to Renee Paquette in the back with the AEW Women's Champion Chris Cakelander with her best friend cheerleader, Holly Cameron. Statlander is sore from her match, or Fatal 4 with Toni Storm, Dekla, and Jamie Hayter, but is happy to win the belt. She needs to face Mina, my fourth amazingly hot Asian wife, because someone needs to be first. And as for being associated with the Death Riders, you better not say that. Don't be don't get too ahead of yourself there, Renee. We get that. Alright, then we get a video on Lee Moriarty. Okay. Then we get to the AEW World Title Open Challenge. Hangman Adam Page taking on Lee Moriarty, the Ring of Honor Pure Champion. His title is not on the line. No, Pure Rules thrown out the window. One-on-one. Match lasted under 10 minutes. Actually, a very pretty good match. Lee counts a Deadeye into the octopus hold. Then the Bloody City stretch. But Hangman somehow got out of that in a hurry. Then he I think, Lee Moriarty tried a sunset flip. Adam Page caught him. Boom! Deadeye. 1, 2, 3 to retain the belt. So we'll see what happens with him as we move on. Who his next challenger possibly could be. I don't know yet. We won't know probably till next week. We only got 3 weeks till the pay-per-view, so gotta get it done quick there, Tony Khan. We got one match. We'll talk about it in a minute. Alright, then we get a video from All Out, or after All Out. Hey kids, it's Edge. Is nervous about what happened to his wife, Beth fucking Phoenix, and he's like packing up his shit, and he runs into Christian. He tells Renee Paquette, I can't talk to you right now, talks to Christian, says, I can't do this anymore. You know, I gotta go home and take care of my kids, blah, blah, blah. Then he tells Christian that, you have a family as well. They have a handshake. Christian reluctantly agrees to it and tells him, go home, do your shit. So, yeah. So, I don't know if Edge is coming back. I don't know what's going on with them. But one move knocks out Beth Phoenix. Great. Great. Okay, we move on. Speaking of the people that did that, FTR and Stokely Hathaway, the guy that gets no hose, they come out for a chat with Tony Baloney, Schiavone, and basically Cash, you know, kind of he's like, oh, we're sorry, you know, not sorry about, you know, hurting Beth, and Cash is like, I was just gonna introduce myself to you, Beth, but then, you know, blah, 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 blah. And then Dax says, I'm not going to apologize for attacking her, but I would never hurt Beth on purpose. But the reality is, I was blinded, right? Because my eyes were watering, right? And he gave her a power driver by mistake. Now you're capping. Alright, then Willow Nightingale comes out. Suggests that they are, in fact, capping. She's here to talk about Beth Phoenix, one of the reasons why she became a professional wrestler. Saying, I got into wrestling with a broken freaking neck. I did all this because of Beth, blah, blah, blah. And then Stokely tells her, hey, go in the back, cool off, go watch Proud Family, whatever show that is, and go to sleep. So then Willow just smacks the taste out of his mouth. And then FTR about to go after her, but then Jet Speed runs in for the save. And next week, we got a 6-person tag team match. Great. I don't care about that shit. Move on. Alright, then we got a video from Maxwell Jacob Fartknocker, MJF, after his hellacious TNT match with Mark Briscoe. Talks about how it was the biggest store in the world. He lost everything, went away for a bit. And while he's glad he accomplished so many things, you know, the movie, not so great, Happy Gilmore 2, and other projects down the line, maybe. He's been doubting himself so much. The tax in his back represent doubts. So he's going to go away for a little while. But when he comes back, he's going to go back to his old self, and he's going to be more dangerous. Let's get dangerous. Darkwing Duck! Okay. Hey, Lime. Hey, babe. Hey, DW. My lifetime a crack. Okay, moving on. Alright. Then the Don Callis family come out for their 6-man tag, but Don Callis wants to reveal his latest painting, his masterpiece. So they bring it out, and that gets ruined by Orange Cassidy, who comes back. And then Don's old man's like, go get him! And then I think it was Rocky Romero goes after Orange Cassidy, tries to dive at him, and he dove right into the painting. Like, Cassidy's like, oh, come on. No. Did a Samoa Joe, basically. Nope, bye. stupid. Alright, we're getting to this ridiculously dumb match. 10.5 minutes. Okada and Takeshita kind of, sort of coexisted in a way, but not really. Anyway, the Chaser is back in with a head scissors driver, ouch, to Hologram, but Mark Briscoe suplexes Okada, and then Takeshita gives Hologram a kneeling tombstone pile driver, but then Hologram goes right back with a Canadian/Mexican destroyer, ouch, and then Orange Cassidy gives Chaser Orange Punch, and then Hologram hits a spinning torture rack bomb, almost like a Blue Thunder bomb, but it's different, but anyway. 1, 2, 3, Hologram goes to 34-0. Because he got the pin for his team. I guess that counts to his ranking, his record. Anyway. Alright, so we get that. Then after the match, Kyle Fletcher comes out and says, I will be world champ one day. I felt terrible on Sunday. And I'm going to be the greatest TNT champion ever. So he talks to Hologram and says, hey, I know a certain guy that you want a title shot? You can get one next week, but you're going to say my name, my full name, after I beat you and end your 34-0 streak. Well, about time somebody brought the streak up. 34-0, and you know how streaks end in wrestling. Unceremoniously, that sometimes, with Taker's streak especially, but should have ended against Brock. I would have been fine with Roman. I would have been fine at WrestleMania 33. No, it was 32, I think it was. 32 or 33. When when Roman beat Taker in Orlando. I would have been fine with that instead of having Brock win at 30. So that was the only 2 losses Taker had at Mania, so. I would have been fine with Roman, even though he got hellaciously booed after that. But imagine if he was the one in like 21 or 22-1. How bad people would have hated him then? Even when they hated him, he would have got nuclear heat. I mean, multi-nuclear heat. Catastrophic heat. But even when he beat Taker the night after on Raw, he just said, this is Mario now. All he had to say was 5 words, and it was like an epic promo. The fans were booing him for like 5 minutes, and he finally said 5 words and he left. It's like, Mario now. Throw the mic down, get out of here. Still had major heat for beating The Undertaker, but still, it was like a passing of the torch per se. But still, I would have been fine with Taker losing to Roman instead of Taker losing to Brock. And then Jade Cargill's streak ended in AEW to Chris Statland, of all people. Now Hologram's going to lose to Kyle Fletcher. Because of Dark Hologram. I see that happening next week. We'll see what happens. We'll see. It might not happen. Who knows? Move on. Alright, then we go to back with Renee Paquette and Mina. Who's worried about that she hasn't heard from Toni Storm after All Out, but says that she's going to fight for the belt for the AEW World title. I think her and Toni are going to become the Women's Tag Team Champions, which I'll talk about in just a second, but we'll move on with that. Alright, moving on. Alright, TNA has started 10 minutes ago. But it's taped, so I don't have to watch it live or anything like that. Tomorrow is Victory Road, by the way. I'm not doing any predictions for it. I will, when I do my TNA Ring of Honor review, I will put in the Victory Road results. So, we'll square away. We got that. Alright, then we got a video for Jurassic Express, Luchasaurus, and Jungle Man Jack Perry, who reunited at All Out after a long time apart. And they'll be on the 6th-year anniversary show this Wednesday night from Hollywood, Florida. Not Daly's place, surprisingly. Okay, we got that. Alright, there we got big beefy men slapping meat. Claudio Castagnoli of the Death Riders, the Swiss. Taking on Powerhouse, Will Haas, 1/3 of the Trio's Tag Team Champions. Well, Shibata is medically suspended because he got his ass handed to him by Danny Garcia. didn't pass the test, so Tony Khan unceremoniously had to suspend him, medically suspend him, so when Shibata can pass those tests, he will come back. But that kind of throws a wrench into the Trios Tag Team title plans, which don't really matter to me, because they don't get defended a lot, like the Ring of Honor belts. We get that. Alright, this was a good match. Claudio won, surprisingly, with a small package after the bastard Pac comes out, cause of distraction, and Claudio got the win with a small package, and that's it. Then after match, Samoa Joe comes out, chases Pac off, and then Will Hobbs clotheslines Claudio to the floor. Then the rest of the Death Riders come in for a big old beatdown, but then the Hangman Adam Page comes out, makes the save, and we got Samoa Joe, Powerhouse Will Hobbs, and Hangman taking on Claudio, Pac, and William Useless next week on the program. Oh, I think it's Mox. I think it's Mox or Pac are going to be in that match. Doesn't matter. Whatever one is. And that's it. I got a headache the size of a... Ugh, my head is pounding right now. Alright, then it's time for Tony Khan's big, huge announcement, which I kind of already told you. The introduction of the women's tag team titles. When they unveils it, basically, it's hideous, because it's basically the men's tag team titles with just the women's little lanyard on it. And knowing Tony Khan, he will fuck this up. Like every other title, he fucks up. Except for the main titles. But it is what it is. Alright, after that, we go to the main event. The women main event. Good shit. We got Mina taking on Cake Lander. Pretty good match for 11 minutes. With a top rope sling blade by Mina for a near fall. Goes into the figure 4 leg lock. And Cake Lander is in big trouble. But she makes the rope, so Mina has to breaks the hold. She strikes her down for a near fall. But then Cake Lander comes right back with the seat belt. 1, 2, 3 to pin Mina, because you really thought Mina was going to win. I had a thought, but no. Every time Mina gets a major world title shot, she loses. Sucks. But anyway. Alright, so that was that. And then after the match, William Yuta gets in the ring to celebrate, and he's hugging Cake Lander. Cameron comes in, kind of evens things out. And then Moxley, Marina Shafir, Claudio, Danny Garcia come out, and Pac. They all come out, and they kind of surround the ring, and William Yuta and Cake Lander, hug. So I was like, wait a minute. Cake Lander's turned heel and joined up with the Death Riders. Or did she? No, she did not. She clotheslines William Yuta. She should have kicked him in the fucking balls. Not that William Useless has balls. So she beats him up, then runs right at Moxley and goes, "Fuck you, Mox!" And then leaves the ring. Harley barely got out of the fucking ring. Oh, with a barricade, because Marina Shafir was this close to grabbing her and fucking her up. So kind of like the DDP NWO thing from 1998, I believe. That was fun. When DDP hit, I think he hit Scott Hall with a diamond cutter, and then he went after Nash, and Nash flew over the top rope, and he grabbed the timekeeper's table and almost threw it into the audience. There was little kids there, almost got a face full of table. Ow. That was fun, a little throwback to that. And then, hi guys, it's me, your favorite flamethrower, Darby. I just want to let you know that I almost put Mox on fire again, just for you guys. Because I'm a fucking emo, I come from Seattle. Okay. Alright, so Darby comes out with his flamethrower to scare the Death Riders away. John Moxley almost, he didn't botch. Everybody's like, oh, he botched, he fell over the ring steps. That wasn't a botch. You just didn't see it there. Anyway, so they're leaving, and Darby gets on the apron with the flamethrower stuff going off, and he issues an I Quit match at Wrestle Dream, which Moxley later on the YouTube page accepted. So I'm like, oh great. So they're legit gonna murder each other again, or this time they will murder each other. I mean, how much more violent can they get? I mean, Darby almost setting Moxley on fire from his legs down. can only imagine what these maniacs are going to do at WrestleGram. That's going to be... But better bring a bark bag, because that might get really, really, really sick. Oh, we're going to throw up a lot. Well, that's one match announced for WrestleGram. That's it. Alright, so that's it for my AEW Dynamite review. And Dynamite was alright, nothing great. But I still gave it 6.5 out of 5. 6.5 out of 10 stars. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. And like Trick Willie would say, let's talk about it. And that's it. Alright guys, I'm going to watch the rest of TNA. And then after TNA, I'm going to have my sister with dinner. And then I'm going to come back with your Monday Night Raw review on the ever so popular Kill the Demons channel. And that's that. And we move on. Alright, one last check of the Mets. 2-0, top of the third inning. You gotta love that. Gotta love that. So far, Nolan McLean, 2 innings, 1 hit, 4 strikeouts. Like, nice. When you need a good start, that's the guy. I would love to have him in Game 1 of the Wild Card Series. Because he would be on full rest to pitch Game 1 or 2 of the Wild Card Series against the Dodgers. So it could be McLean, Tong, Peterson, or somewhere around that. Maybe Peterson, McLean, Tong, or Sprout. Keep Clay Holmes away. Keep him away from the rotation. I don't care if you pick his Saturday or Sunday. I really don't care. As long as he wins, but, you know. It's pretty much all hands on deck right now for tonight and this weekend. It's all hands on deck. And then you get the day off on Monday. If there is a day off on Monday. Well, they have the day off anyway, so. If they have to fly to LA from... Well, they'll probably fly out to LA if they clinch this weekend. They'll fly to LA. If not, probably fly... They might fly home. Fly home to New York and clean out their lockers. And then go play some golf down in Florida, because I'll be in Florida. They clean out the lockers, go back down to Florida to play golf, and just hope the Yankees lose. Hey, the Yankees are in first place, big fucking whoop, because the Blue Jays are... Well, I shouldn't say that. The umpires are giving every other team Yankee calls. And Blue Jays are just giving the Yankees the division title. But Toronto right now has the lead because of the tiebreaker. So, I mean, you get that. So, that's that. No scoring with Red Sox and Toronto, bottom of the 5th. And the Blue Jays got Tampa Bay this weekend at home. The Yankees are losing to the White Sox 3-1, bottom of the 4th inning. And Yankees got Baltimore at home this weekend. So, I mean, we'll see. See if the Yankees can win another division title, or they'll win the first wild card, and probably will face Boston. And then we'll see what happens with the third wild card, because it's pretty much between Detroit and Cleveland, and maybe Houston. Houston just fell off the grid. And Seattle just like, boom! And Cleveland, too, have won 16 out of 18. Wow. To take the division. Man, Detroit just, that, you know? Same thing for Houston. They choked that division. And Seattle won the division. Out of nowhere. See what happens? The Mets effect. They were down in the dumps last year around May 30th, and then June 1st comes. Boom! They're on a rocket ship to Pluto. Well, all the way to the NLCS Game 6. They didn't win the division. They could have if they would have swept Atlanta. But they got in as a final wild card, and we don't know the story there. I don't have to tell you. So, we'll see what happens with the Mets, the Yankees. And this weekend of baseball is going to be fun, especially with the Mets and the Yankees. See, well, the Yankees are already in. Mets are kind of knocking on the door. But they have to, bash it in and hope the Reds get swept this weekend. But we'll see. Gonna be tough for both teams. But gonna be a great, exciting weekend. And then Tuesday night, we start the wild card round. So wherever the Yankees go, if they win the division, they probably will get the, I think they get the bye. They'll get a bye. And Toronto will probably face the Red Sox. I think the winner of that might face the Yankees, or the Yankees will face somebody, probably the ALCS, if they get there, of course. We'll see what happens. But the Mets hold on and clinch the wild card. They will go to LA, and it's not going to be pretty. I'll tell you that right now. I don't see the Mets even winning a game in LA. They have, but I don't think this time. I mean, you got Kershaw somewhere. Kershaw might start a game, or be used as a reliever, like a all hands on deck type thing. And I don't know if the rookies can go into LA and pitch gems against a great Dodger team, the champs. I don't see it. You never know, though. You never know. I would go crazy if the Mets beat the Dodgers in the wild card round and go on to face Philly again in the NLDS, wipe them out, because, Philly can't win at Citi Field. If they had, last year they had they had home field, and what happened? They lost in 4. Mets won the first game, lost the second game, they won game 3 and 4 at Citi Field. That epic grand salami with extra filthy cheese by Frankie Lindor, sending them into the NLCS against the Dodgers. And then they lost game 1, won game 2, and then came back for games 3, 4, and 5. Almost got swept there at Citi Field. Thankfully won game 5. Had a chance to win game 6, but then Manaya just stunk up the joint. And they couldn't hit. And they just lost. Ran out of gas. And the Dodgers, as we all know, beat the Yankees thanks to Aaron Judge's drop fly ball. Ha ha ha! So we'll see what happens with that. Alright, I gotta go, guys. Thanks for watching. Until next time. Let's go, Mets! Peace.